Hey, what is up, guys? It is Harrison Barron. Thank you guys so much for tuning into my channel. If you guys haven't already and you guys want to stay up to date on how to grow your business and do more sales, smash that subscribe button below. And at the end of this video, if you really like it, give it a like and let me know in the comments below what you guys liked most about this video. So in this video, we're going to cover a couple different things. We're going to cover predominantly in this video of how to get more customers and how to keep track of your existing customers. Now, full disclaimer, there's definitely going to be several videos made on how to get more customers. We're not going to touch too much on that content right now. I'm going to make several videos on how to get more customers. Essentially, we're going to talk about one method to get more customers, and then on top of that, how to keep and grow your customer base naturally and organically and ultimately make more sales. So if you haven't heard by now, the easiest way to get more customers is simply getting referrals. So if you don't know how to get a referral, ask people for referrals. It's the easiest way. If they've already bought from you, asking them for a referral or asking them if they know anybody that could use your services is hands down, I don't care what anybody says, the easiest way to get more business. Entrepreneurs hang out with entrepreneurs and salespeople hang out with more salespeople. Because of that, they all know each other. And when that happens, you can say, hey, does somebody need my services? Or do you know of anybody that needs my services? These people go out to dinner, go out to lunch together, even breakfast. They might be friends with each other. Because of that, they all talk and they're all curious to know about the same thing. Asking for those referrals is simply the easiest way. But now you probably have a bunch of contacts in your database, and you're probably wondering, how on earth do I get more business or do I get more sales out of that? I've talked about this before, but a CRM is absolutely, without fail, the easiest way to not only keep track of customers, but keep track of people that could potentially be your customers. So for example, if you're in sales, you might want to know, hey, can I reach these people again? Are these people able to buy at a later date? Where are these people in their purchasing process? Being able to go back and take a look at this and saying, hey, these people are here, these people are here, and these people are here, might help you or open your eyes to getting an idea of where these people are, where they need to be in your sales cycle, and if they're ever going to be a lead. So they've become a customer, or they're not really a customer yet, and you got to be able to get them back in. So I tell all my customers, look, send a monthly email. Even if you don't hire me, take the time out to make a monthly email. Even if you don't even want to work with me or my company, or you don't have the finances to work with my company, just do the bare minimum. The bare minimum immediately puts you ahead of 99% of your competition, because 99% of your competition are not doing that. They're not reaching out on a regular basis. They're not writing you monthly emails, and they're not updating their social media. I can't tell you how many times I've seen other marketing companies have 150, maybe 200 followers on Instagram. And I'm not saying by any stretch of the imagination my company is famous on Instagram, but having, I don't know, maybe 1,000 followers on Instagram is probably a good way to say, hey, this company might be legit or might not be legit. It doesn't really matter, but having some kind of following to prove that what you're doing is actually working is super important. So back to the monthly email. Why is it so important? Staying top of mind is super important when it comes to these kinds of things. And writing a monthly email is a great way to stay top of mind. But you're probably wondering, how do I send a monthly email? Or why do I send a monthly email? Or where does a monthly email even come from? Well, that's all going to come from your CRM, your Customer Relationship Manager. The reason why these are super important is because it keeps track of all your either potential leads, contacts, or anything else that happens in business. For example, I use a software called HubSpot. I happen to love HubSpot, but there's plenty of other ones out there. There's Zoho, there's MailChimp now offers some kind of CRM, there's Infusionsoft. Finding a specific CRM that's going to work for you is super important. Now, when you have all your contacts inside your CRM, there's plenty of things that you could start to do with it. Back to the monthly email. I can send a monthly email from my CRM, and not only that, but I can see who's opened it, who's checked out my website, how many times they've checked out my website, and any pertinent contact information that I need to reach out to these people. Now, the people that are inside my CRM might not be qualified to buy from me for a while, but that's okay. If they're not qualified to buy from me today, they might be qualified tomorrow or in a couple months or a couple years. Sending out that basic monthly email just keeps you top of mind. Putting really quality information in there where you're not bombarding people is really important, because from there you can then say, hey, this is what's going on, this is what's important, and this is what you need to know, and then you can progress forward and you don't have to worry about those kinds of things. So keeping track of all these people inside your CRM is super important. Now, however you want to use your CRM is totally up to you. I have people that just use the CRM to track different either contacts or different people in there just to see where they're going or how they're interacting with their company. I have other companies that have it deployed for hundreds of people in their businesses, and because of that, the CEO and the managers can then get a really good snapshot of not only the finances going on in the company, but really who's pulling their weight and who's over exceeding what they're expected to do. And those people should be rewarded. Because of this, there's so many variations inside of a CRM, and I don't want to get into all of them right now. But simply putting them in there and sending a monthly email or asking a referral for those people that are already in your CRM is going to be tremendously more powerful. Producing really good content that your target client wants to see, and I've talked about that in other videos, is really, really important. When you produce content towards your target client, it then becomes a way for you to not only stay on top of your potential clients, but it also gives you another way to produce content that you can use at a later date. People are always worried or they're confused about saying, hey, creating content is so difficult. Creating content really isn't that difficult. You just have to recycle what you used. Just because you made a post on social media doesn't mean you can't make the same post or a similar post on an email blast. Most people aren't going to be following you across every single platform. Their information might not be in your database, and because of that, putting things on social media might not hit your entire customer list, and that's totally fine. On top of that, not every customer is going to use social media the way that you use social media. So constantly dispersing yourself across many platforms is super important, because not only do you get to hit more people, but it gives you more and more respect in the industry as far as, hey, this person really does do a good job and this person's really a go-getter and stuff like that. A lot of the times, the reason why people deal with me is because they know that they're going to get an answer and they know that they're going to get the job done. I constantly get deals from people that don't reach out, that don't even follow up with their customers, and don't even check in if they haven't heard from them in a couple months. I spend as much time as I can interacting with my clients, not to develop some kind of need where they need to speak to me, but staying top of mind where they're always thinking about me all the time. This really doesn't take much time. It's a few minute phone call. Even if I'm in the car, reaching out and saying, hey, how's everything going? What can I help you with? What do you need? What are your biggest struggles? I love asking people what are their biggest struggles, because it gives them a way to reach out and say, hey, I'm struggling with this, this, and this. Maybe that falls into a CRM. Maybe that even falls into a service that I offer. And if it doesn't, maybe I have a solution for it. Providing that value to somebody is immediately going to give you more credibility and a higher likelihood that they're going to need your services, or at least want your services at a later date. I know this video is probably totally strange to you guys. I promise you it's going to make more sense over time, but take time to really do some research on your CRM and which one's going to work for you. And when you find that CRM, I promise you things will start to fall into place. I'm going to give you guys a whole tutorial on how to use a CRM. I'll show you exactly how I use my CRM to interact with my customers on a regular day-to-day basis to ultimately help drive you guys to success. I'm Harrison Barron. Thank you guys so much for taking time out and visiting my video. If you guys enjoyed this, please smash that subscribe button, give it a like. I know that there's probably some things where you're like, this is so crazy, or this doesn't make sense. I promise you, in the next coming videos, it's going to make sense. I just need to create what I said in the last video. It's just a foundation of knowledge that allows me to build and build and build. And ultimately, once that foundation is built, we could really go to the moon together if you guys really want to. Because of that, I'm looking forward to just getting this content out there, letting you guys view it all, and then when I put it all out there, you guys can view it in a sequence. That way we can have really high-level conversations later on. Until then, I'll see you guys later.